am the free soul, looking for the hole I can burrow. Ooh, they told me that the soil's full, but if the trees take flight, I just wanna join you, so carry me, carry me, carry me, carry me, carry me, carry me. Won't you carry me, carry me, carry me, carry me, carry me, carry me. Why don't you let me join you? Why must I stay down here? Why don't you let me join you? You leave me in the grave I'm near.
I am a seed.
I am the seed,
A tiny little seed.
my outer shell, the hard reality of all my past and present lives.
So I did. And keep trying.
You're caught in the benefits at the expense of fellow plants, so my predilection to metafiction is etched in stone. All part of my connective tissue, just a collection of issues of comics with pages of product placements, through which I offer you a gateway to imagination, and an escape route in the same breath, a way out, an exit from the story designed into its binding. But to find it, we need to dig deeper into these lines. Ask, why don't you let me join you? Why must I stay down here? Why won't you let me join you? Leave me in the grave I'm near. Why don't you let me join you? Why must I stay down here? Why won't you let me join you? Leave me in the grave I'm near. Carry me, carry me, carry me, carry me, carry me, carry me. Let me in, I just want access, space. Look at how much you take up. All I ask for is a little breathing room, not your charity, just space. Acknowledging that underneath it all, I'm just like you. Is that so much to ask? One of us? How do you dare declare it? Who made you the wearer of the crown, heir apparent? Who gave you the pair of shoes to fill? I know, someone married you into a family crest gene pool full of plenty carats of gold. Cause we don't take contenders on merit or miracles. Get back in the pouch, you marsupial. Can't let you roam between the homes, Mayor Cuscio. Hope you have a parachute to pull for when you eject from this. When you eject from this, and you reject our gifts, and you reject our gifts, and you were sent for this. You were sent for this. Now you are left with this. Now you are left with this. You can't rise with us. Just let me ride. You can't ride with us. Just let me ride. Let me ride though. Let me ride though. Just let me ride. What do you see when you peer through the mirror? Is it you to whom you're swearing in? You're too aware of your appearance to hear the voice in the wind. Too aware of the boundaries of skin to drift beyond the mold. I guess I'm just a jester who's sent to pester and fool you. My weapons are the gestures and subtle tests of the rules, huh? Only time I strive for the same tier as you is when my mood's mad satirical. Wonder Woman's gently trying to steer clear of you. With all these layers available, I'd rather use them to make tiramisu. You tangle everything in knots like a terrible masseuse. Reserve compassion for charitable use, huh? You know the conspiracy's true, that they seek to control when attempts to reach the soul are viewed as no more than a terrorist coup. Ask yourself, who's the one pushing fear? Is it you? Tell me. When you eject from this, when you eject from this, and you reject our gifts, and you reject our gifts, you were sent for this. You were sent for this. Now you are left with this. Now you are left with this. You can't rise with us. Just let me ride. You can't ride with us. Just let me rise. Just let me rise. Just let me ride. Just let me ride though. Let me ride though. Just let me ride though. Let me come on, let me ride. Let me ride. Just let me ride. Sending this beacon out through the airwaves for other wayfaring souls passing these channels and fairways. you who is disgusted by the display, dispersing yourself as displaced particles of hairspray, dissolving betwixt the barricades, implanting change into the toxic ground and engulfing their space. But as you consume to sate the urge, beware, they may become your dark hearts. To truly be rid of this ill, you must part and prepare your body for purge. As the seed floats on its course, passing through wreckage and septic forms, what sits in its storage remains to be seen as the stream unfolds and twists and forks, searching for access, hints of a rupture. It's trying to peek in decayed structures whose gates are shut, but the nascent language still craves a flame looking for a way upwards, while swirled in space where dead skin blocks the pores and no alpha hydroxy can dox the ports, where the thought and the wars fought through proxies are outsourced through blank, anonymous, plugless chords. Let the stream carry us away. We'll keep carrying we flood you out. Let the stream carry us away. The stream carry us we flood you out. Our original tailors failed to reverse these stitched-in flaws which they thought jailed us, which the system caught wind of and sought to make the world their sentence. They once had fed off our need for support and our desires to dock their sinking ships. With their dog whistle codes and their politic Morse, they summoned up beasts in these hollowed out holes. We were grown by the drones of nostalgia that wasn't our own, while the guards of the cell grew cartoonish. These foul-mouthed foes were the fables who shamed us and claimed their home under the master's throne. We were told that this visual stock was insured. The world is this way and the system was locked. We'll stay lost in this comfort, the static confinement, one window consigned to each mind in each box. We had heard of escapists, the rare and the few who resisted the views of the guards and refused to believe that a prison existed at all, a narrative framed as an outlier's call. This doubt was required to deal with the form we were born in, unfinished, our whole subsistence based on following, taking direction, till the scene unfolded and twisted and torqued. Nor the builders, nor the kings could have predicted what had come. The strip of the walls from a flood, only Deus Ex Machina could have brung. We sat back, watched our jailers trip to their fall. Awash, we still drifted, but our world was now open. Each story of freedom, each fight, and each cause. The past showed us the power within us, and it taught us swim straight for the jaws of your limits and flaws. So with each stroke we moved, not forward but outward, becoming the flood. Once victims lost, we now saw those old predators float scared within us. The roles had flipped in the blink of a lid that was dropped for too long. Who could have thought we would grow in that dark? A dispersed seed not only adapts to new land for survival, but changes the landscape itself with a spark. On a sunset reminds me of when I used to be buried beneath, very deep in the subtext of consciousness. Some find escape by making pillows wet with substances salty as oceans, dripping slowly on the living world. And looking at the makers of the situation. Snaking tails, you've been feeding fluid. All the mouth wants is to bite the line that blocks us. The buffer creeps beyond us. It's easier to see the wall that closes you. Always one step ahead. We forget this freedom of movement in the stream. What a sober view as we suffer, scream, and try to muster prudence while aware of all the speed at our disposal. Ooh, how do you resist it? How do you relinquish this momentum to sit in infinite flow in which every intimate's known? We flood you out of this system. We want you out of this town. This drought's been so long and then some. High time we tear it all down. So what if the waves carry me away? So what if I'm washing out all the stains? So what? All we're bringing about is a change. So what? All we're bringing down is decay. We flood you out of this system. We want you out of this town. This drought's been so long and then some. High time we tear it all down. Tear it all down. Tear it all. As we evict our workers in favor of the high-tech labor, how do we alleviate our neighbors? Where are the jobs for the laid off, trained for the obsolete, maintaining brains of stopped machinery? Why do we throw them in the recycling, only to mine the corpse and fold our future over their past? What makes the repetition so hard? What makes the repetition so hard? What makes the repetition so hard? Because what happens when our coding and internet lingo are overcome by the new codes? Will we want to be treated the way we treat the old things? As outdated systems to upgrade and ditch skins? See, their kings convinced them to live in these dug graves, right? But you know what makes this repetition so hard? Seeing it coming. But what did you expect? Were you not once the invasive species? You planted these seeds of your own destruction and watered what needed detoxification. You know what makes the repetition so hard? Is seeing it coming and not being able to stop. I'm seeing the best minds of my generation caught in the waves of the Wayback Machine, resisting invasive pages of change to the scene. I'm seeing our tech work geniuses testing their expertise on the best new schemes to keep our attention. Expertises we fiend for a mention, lost on the network's medium, haunted by life's old excerpts, drifting through feeds. What makes the repetition so hard? You know what makes the repetition so hard, but seeing it coming and not being able to stop is a trapped life. This web of information is now part of our nature, in which our ecologists mine the data, watch for trends, facilitate, conserve, and aggregate as we follow the course. But what makes the repetition so hard is seeing it coming and not being able to stop in this trapped life with no meaning. What makes the repetition so hard is seeing it coming and not being able to stop in this trapped life with no meaning. With no meaning. No meaning, no answers come. Without belief and conviction, nothing can grow. Belief is a system alive, and like all living things, dispensable. A time comes when you must shed the whole and discard the shell, the mold that makes repetition so hard. And let it go. What makes the repetition so hard? What makes the repetition? What makes the repetition so hard? What makes the repetition? These toxic the same way the facial hair picks up bits of crumbs and such. Even on my lipped off, I still carry poison in the back of my head. I try to stay up on events, I try to maintain a semblance of a spatial awareness, both the space I take up and the place I inherit. How do you cherish while acknowledging hate and unfairness? No matter how driven and well-intentioned the quest, the field still detracts the peripheral vision, Too many side effects like the worst prescription. Plenty callous jerks trying to insert opinions. So I gotta cut these dicks short, circumcision. You wonder why I gotta switch off from the system. Which straw's gonna be the one to test the humps? Which lit wick set off this bomb? Which statistic shows the code for coexistence other than bumper stickers and dusty old text? Just take my mind away from this place, don't waste my time. I need to go away to really grow. So I ask you to go and just bury me, bury me, bury me, bury me, bury me, bury me. I don't wanna see any more ills. I don't wanna climb any more hills. I don't wanna see any more ills. I don't wanna climb any more hills. Take my mind away from this place, don't waste my time. I need to go away to really grow. So I ask you to go and just Yo, Antiq, bring the beat back. Yeah. The mind's full of venom and tricks, pus, shit, sweat and piss, blood, toxins. That's why I let it out through my mental big rum. The words twist and bend, exorcisms as the ink drips from pens. I find my love within through a constant expulsion, never attached. Even if Michelangelo painted me giving God a fist bump, I'd be better off with a quick dab and dip out than sticking around to copy the whole thing down. Hell, maybe God's the one who wants to pound me. Whoa, not to be confused with deity sex. Call it alophilia, but I guess while I'm on the subject I wonder, was Zeus into electrostimulation, Old Testament God into sadomasochism? And if we're all sacred, is masturbation communion? Some ancient way back to the nature of human essence? Why else would innuendo plague the brainstem and dirty thoughts seek to confuse what we deem pristine mandrake roots buried deep beneath the clean, the green thumbs, scared to yank it loose and see the obscene between us? But tell me, which do you fear more? The gasp unknown gap of superstitious death, or the flash exposed exhale of a tantric breath? The seed exists between neither woken nor sought. So you bury me, bury me, bury me, bury me, bury me, bury me. I don't wanna see any more hills. I don't wanna climb any more hills. I don't wanna see any more hills. I don't wanna climb any more hills. So just take my mind away from this place, don't waste my time. I need to go away to really take my mind away from this place. Take my place, I need to go away. Take this waste, I need to close the case. Take this case away from my face. Take my face, I've made up my mind. I need to go away, 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 need to go away. Find it.
You made it. It was a long journey, but you did it, champ. Now, I bet you think I'm gonna tell you that it's all roses from here. What? I can't have a sense of humor? How else do you think I deal with talking to all you crises of faith having, existential question asking seeds every day? Yeah, you ain't the only one. You know what makes my repetition so hard? Hearing you little guys reach enlightenment over and over, thinking you figured out the right way to do it. I got news for you. Journey's not over, baby. There's no surprise party at the end of the rainbow. It's break out of your shell and get to work. Still eager to get going? You don't even know where you're gonna grow to be. You could grow to be a redwood. I mean, that's a long run right there. You could be ephemeral, like a trillion. Pretty little things, but they're gone in a blink. Hell, you could even be a weed. Chill, chill, chill. Not that kind of weed, baby. I mean the one getting in everyone's way, taking up their time, which, without giving away your fate too much, based on that description and our current wasting my time situation, if I were a betting deity, I'm putting my chips on you being a weed, but that's just me though, that's just me, I'm just one deity, you can ask around. But more important, let me ask you this. In all of your questing to learn the truth of the world, did you do with your own past? How about the stuff you benefited from? See, this is the problem. You're all so forgetful. This is what leads to these messes in the first place. You just can't reject the old world and not turn the mirror back on yourself. Ugh. You're doing okay. You're all doing okay. You just need to figure out what to do with all the things I've given you. It's all there for you. Everything laid out, baby. Now go out there and be something, Seed. Get out of here.
And we wonder what's out there next for us. We must question, what exactly are we using our best minds for? Is it further distractions, diversions, and divisions? Do our brightest and most creative pursue individual goals or the goals of the community? We were designed to follow a never-ending urge to grow, and our teachings interpreted this for us as a duty to climb upwards. But in our expansion, we must consider the environment around us and remember our time to withdraw, so to keep our hunger small. But for those yet to expose themselves to the world, scared of what it will think, I say, break free from your shell, little seeds. Look upon the space around you, full of possibility and room for us all, and let that love lift you. And we hunger for the best in us, the best in us. We skin. Beneath the flesh and blood, your static cling sparked my ambition. I thought that I was on a sojourn, but when I went back to a solo journey, I hoped that I'd return from land and stick it. Yeah, and we hunger for the best in us, the best in us. We hunger for the best in us, the best in us. We hunger for the best in us, the best in us. We hunger for the best in us, the best in us. But with every visit, the mold busted more, the trust grew. I let you into my soul, grateful that you never left when the dust blew. Never swerved away, you stuck through my hors d'oeuvres. The plate was on the tray, patient for the beanstalk to grow. You waded through these tangled obstacles as we hunger for the best in us, the best in us. We hunger for the best in us, the best in us. We hunger for the best in us, the best in us. We hunger for the best in us, the best in us. But I always knew I'd hop to you again. Traveled lakes, skies, mountaintops, through the belly of the beast, through my own depths of my thoughts. Every letter, every page, every drip of ink, igniting the slow burn, the natural growth. Living in the fantasy with you till we fell back to earth and returned, but we still hunger for the best in us, the best in us. We hunger for the best in us, the best in us. We hunger for the best in us, the best in us. We hunger for the best in us, the best in us. We hunger for the best in us, the best in us. We hunger for the best in us, the best in us. We hunger for the best in us, the best in us. We hunger for the best in us, the best in us. Just as love lifts us, gravity drops us back. And we could all use a soft landing pad for filling the empty voids we never knew existed. We saw potential holes in each other that needed tillage, so that we could give it life before another poison fills it. And through the long journey of growth, obscured by many dangers on the path, we know that a love life will give back. That's why we hunger